Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be playing a brand new deck for our weekly series. This is going to be a green-black Charnel Troll aggro deck. So, this one's not the most powerful deck I've ever made, but I feel like it's a lot of fun, and it's a nice little different take on the Golgari Graveyard theme. So we're going to be playing around with Charnel Troll a bit, because I think it's not been played, like, at all. And I think it's not as bad as people make it out to be. So hopefully I've built the right shell for it. It's a lot of fun anyway. I hope you guys enjoy the match that's coming up right now. And if you haven't already done so, be sure to check out the deck tech. There is a link down below in the description. And as well, at the end of the video, there'll be a link there as well. Without further ado though, let's get into the games and I'll see you there. Okay, we're in, and we're on the play. We have... oh god, the mana is really awkward with this one, and it's not really the start that I'd want either, so... I think this one's an easy mulligan. It's got Pelt Collectors. We have a Scry. Maybe. Molder Hulk, definitely not good enough. I need to fill the graveyard for this current Molder Hulk, to be honest. So we'll have to see if we can make that happen. The mana's pretty good, but we're going to need some top decks. And for our opponent to play maybe a less interactive game with us. Stitcher's Supplier, actually, is pretty good. So, I mean, I could just swing in with a Pelt Collector. He might just trade off here. Let's do that. I don't really care if he blocks. I'd prefer he didn't, I suppose, because we can block with the Stitcher's Supplier on the attack back. Cool. Alright, 3 creatures, please. We hit 1. Okay. A little bit of luck involved in this particular deck. Not gonna lie. Really did need to see at least 2 creatures there, I think. And Charnel Troll, okay. Okay. So, we can play that down. That's going to pump both of our Pelt Collectors. And we can even get the upkeep stop so we can discard the Molder Hulk, should we choose to do so, to pump up our Charnel Troll next turn. And I'm going to swing. All attack. Best block he could make is into our Stitcher's Supplier here. Okay. He's certainly attacking into the Charnel Troll. So we're up against green-white tokens, so I do suspect that this Trample is going to win us the game. Pretty much on its own. Now, the question becomes, is he going to have Sealaways and things like that in this deck? They certainly do have Conclave Tribunal. But I don't think I have to worry too much about something like that. So, we know 1 creature's in the graveyard already, so I'm not going to discard Molder Hulk just yet. Draw. Necrotic Wound. Okay. Well, let's go full swing. Pretty aggressive here. So we could see double block on the Pelt Collector, maybe. Looks like it might just be a chump block. Double chump block. Okay, so he's taking 6. Oh, has he got a... creature gains indestructible. Okay. Meh. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. We can actually, a little fun combo is we can actually discard Molder Hulk so that we can necrotic wound something if we want to. We're going to have to discard anyway because Charnel Troll needs to exile something out the graveyard. So it's really not too much of an issue there. I think I might actually take out this Llanowar Elves while I can. So discard Molder Hulk, pumps Charnel Troll, and then before it gets the pump, we're just going to take it out. Cool. And he doesn't have the power on board now to take down the Charnel Troll, so we'll be swinging through. And I might even be tempted to swing in with the Pelt Collectors. Discard that. I think the best thing we could get is a 3-power creature here. Branchwalker is fine, I suppose. Yeah, I think we just swing with everything. Let's do it. Swing with everything. If he blocks, he gives us fuel for the troll. Awesome. That's pretty good for us. Alright, that's 3 creatures minimum in the graveyard. Channel Troll doing some serious work. How many creatures? We got 5? Sweet. Okay, well, let's go with Branch Walker just to keep the pressure up. And Llanowar Elves into the graveyard. Llanowar Elves in the graveyard's probably one of the better pieces of fuel for the Channel Troll. Just because it's not really something that we'd want to find finality out of our graveyard. So I'm guessing we're going to see, yeah, Conclave Tribunal. Ouch. That is a little bit annoying. Now we could force the block into the soldier token here. You might have just stabilized though, is the problem. I think we needed something like a necrotic wound so we couldn't trade our Branch Walker here. I'm going to go Branch Walker now, see what it picks off, because it might... Yeah, I was going to say it might influence our decision. I'm still going to swing through. I think we've got to pressure our opponent. Having a 3-2 back means that Amara is less likely to swing in. Though she does generate a 2-2 lifelinker all the same. Yeah, just not quite getting there. If he didn't have the Tribunal, we'd have won this game, hands down. No doubt in my mind there. Okay, so we're going for the value game at this point. Jadelight Ranger. It's double lands. Oh, God. That's not good value. Not good value at all. We wanted something like a find so that we could get back our trolls. Alright, pass the turn. I mean, even like a Necrotic Wound now. He's going to take down the Trostani. Assassin's Trophy could get us back the Charnel Troll as well. I'm fine with that. There's the find. Okay, if I was to do counters, I could kill everything on board and leave my Branch Walker back. Or I could use the 3 mana that we're going to have in order to progress the board. What's the better option here? Is it hold it for the finality? We do have to wait for that though, and the board is likely to change. Yeah, I think we actually just go find here. And I want to... what do we want to grab? Maybe Branch Walker for the Explore. And Pelt Collector. Could also be Stitcher's Supplier. Then again, we really want more memorials. Rather than filling up the graveyard. I think it's nice and full as it is. So I'm going to get the Pelt Collector. So let's go Pelt Collector. And then we'll play Branch Walker, which will pump it up. And then if this Branch Walker dies, it's going to pump the Pelt Collector as well, which is kind of cool. Need a good Explore, and Necrotic Wound is a good Explore in my books. Okay, pass the turn. Just hope for no March of the Multitudes. I think it might be coming. If it does, we might just be dead. Ouch. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Good news is, we do have ways of dealing with this deck in the sideboard. Devastating ways. So I'm not too upset about that, but we are going to have a huge swing coming at us here. Huatli! Oh my god. This is absurd. Okay, so Huatli Ultimate's next turn. I expect an all-attack here. Maybe, yeah, leaving back Trostani, I guess. I do need to take down Amara if he offers it up, which he isn't. Not offering anything valuable up, okay. I mean, I think, do I just triple block here and take out some creatures? Because Huatli's minus is also devastating based on the amount of creatures that they've got. I think I have to go with this. It's going to leave me with a 3/3 Pelt Collector, which can keep Amara back, I suppose. And there's the Necrotic Wound, which we can put on Tristani to debuff everything. He knows about it, though, so there's no protecting it, really. No getting around that kind of stuff. We'll have to see. I'm going to have to hold it, because if he goes for the minus on Huatley, then I'm going to have to hit that creature, most likely. This game's really over, though. He's on 18. We're supposed to be an aggro deck here.
The song of battle flows and flows.
So he's ulted, which means any more creatures entering the battlefield are going to draw him a card, including this one. Okay, but we get to take out Amara here, I suppose, and Tristani while we're at it. So let's get rid of Tristani. Goodbye. Debuffs the dudes, and then we'll block the dudette. Making a token to draw a card. I guess they're looking for the indestructible sheltering light off the top, but they haven't found it. Draws a card. It's also absurd card advantage as well with Huatley. And we draw a land. I'm going to call it there. That's a rough game one. Really rough game one. We'd had a good start. It's not the best start we could possibly have, but it's pretty good. Okay, so Assassin's Trophies versus the Lord effects and the Planeswalkers seems good. I imagine Huatley's quite horrific. Let's get Wildgrowth Walkers in as a big life gain option, and a fine finality for the board wipe, I think, is something we want. Harpooner is useless. Shaper's Sanctuary is only going to be on Conclave Tribunal, so I don't really care about that too much. We could see Duress is coming in, takes care of March of the Multitudes, and also Huatley's, and even Conclave Tribunals, to be honest. That's a tough one. We're already cutting a fair amount of stuff. I think we don't need the grindy Underrealm Lich. Izoni's kind of good for blocking tokens, and Molder Hulk probably not either. Just a little too expensive. We want to keep in all of our Explore creatures for the Walk of Value. But I could see going down some of our graveyard interaction. Maybe the Glowspore Shaman, a Stitcher's Supplier, and what else do we want to go down? I really do like Izoni. The tokens are going to be so good late game. I think it's another Glowspore. I don't really love cutting this when it's really good with Pelt Collector, but I think that's the way we've got to go about it. We get to be on the play as well, so as long as we got a good hand, we should be all good. So what could I see my opponent bringing in against us? Maybe Settle the Wreckages, and to be honest, I think they're probably going to assume that they've got a very good matchup here, and I think they do. Ultimately, I think it comes down to them at the end of the day. But we'll have to see. We're not going to roll over that easy. So I'm going to take this hand, because it does have the turn 2 Glowspore into the turn 3 Jade Light, and then we can use Find to pull any creatures out that these guys put into the graveyard, and it also turns on Necrotic Wound really early on to take down pretty much anything we want to take down. Because we go turn 1 land, they go turn 1 land, we go turn 2 land Glowspore, hopefully puts 2 creatures into the graveyard, which means when they go turn 2 Amara, we have Necrotic Wound ready to take it out. We do run a stupid amount of creatures in here, so there is a good chance that we hit 2 to 3 creatures. So leading off with just a Legion's Landing. Okay. That is kind of annoying. And a spare Necrotic Wound. Okay. So let's go Glowspore Shaman. I'm not going to need the land here. Yeah, we hit 2 creatures. Awesome. That's the magic number for us. So if there's no Amara here, then we go Jade Light. Otherwise, obviously, we want a Necrotic Wound. The Amara. Misses the green, so we're all good there. Swinging for 1. I am not going to block. Because I can swing in for more. And if he seals away, then he seals away. Good for them at that point. Okay, so swing in. Hit you to 18, and then we'll play Jade Light Ranger, which needs to hit a non-land at least once. Glow Spore. Yeah, I think I'll take Glow Spore. Just powers up these necrotic wounds and these fine finalities. If we can get enough to kill Trostani with a necrotic wound, then that's really where we want to be. Resplendent Angel. Okay. We should be all good to take that out. Shouldn't have a problem. Okay. My big worry is that we don't hit a creature with this Glow Spore and then they play Shalai or something protecting Resplendent Angel. That would be horrific. But we gotta go for it. And, well, we hit 1 creature there, so we do have the 3 required. And even we can get Wildgrowth Walker and Branch Walker with our find. I'm not going to take the land. I don't want to be drawing lands, I don't think. Okay, and I suppose I could offer the trade with Jade Light Ranger. I don't think he takes it, so hitting him for 4 is pretty ideal. Yep, cool. And I'm almost tempted to save these necrotic wounds for when he goes for this ability here, because that'll tap him out. You can basically just end their turn with a necrotic wound. So, slams down a Shockland. Ready to play it. I've got to feel like that's March of the Multitudes. Yeah, that's got March written all over it. Okay, so how do we deal with March of the Multitudes? We could go Charnel Troll, which is going to allow us to trample through all of the life linkers. I think I'm up for that. We can bait it out by going in with the Jade Light Ranger. I'm completely fine with that. They're getting a 3 creature deal here. He's thinking about it. Spore Swarm. That is not what I thought would be the case. Okay. I'm just going to take it as well. Alright, well, Charnel Troll. Go. I probably want to end step this necrotic wound, because I will be eating a creature out of my graveyard. Which I think is worth it in the end. Because we got a big swing coming back. They can't really attack, because they know if we attack with our Glow Spores, that's going to be horrific. They've got a Huatli. Okay.
You should surrender now. Your fate is already sealed.
In response, we're going to kill the Angel. That's 1 less loyalty token for Huatli.
My strength is our strength.
So it's better than nothing. It means that she's actually going to kill herself if she ultimates, which I think is a fair trade for my opponent anyway. It's possible he attacked with 3 creatures to flip Legion's Landing, but didn't go ahead with it in the end. Let's go Llanowar Elves, pump the Troll, and we get Woodland Cemetery. Okay. Woodland Cemetery leaves us with 3 mana after a find. With 3 mana, sorry, we can't really do a great deal. So I could discard as well to make Charnel Troll a 6/6. Swinging through. Let's assume they block, block, block. They take 6, but gain 1. So they go to 3, lose everything, and then we're ready to go. We could also necrotic wound the token. It's not threatening lethal, though, is the thing. I think I keep Huatli off of ultimating and swinging at my opponent's face. That has to be the route. They can't block enough to keep her from losing loyalty. And honestly, like, a board wipe next turn with finality if we hit a land, I think is really powerful. I suspect that they take it here. Best case for them, I think, is they just, like, block a Jade Light Ranger or something like that. No? Okay. Pass the turn. Yeah, we've got to use this Necrotic Wound aggressively, I think. Thorn Lieutenant. Okay. That's pretty good for us. Healer's Hawk. Not too bothered about that. Expect to tick up with Whatley. Saproling Migration. Going all out. Oh, please. Please land off the top. That would be heavenly. And we can't stop them from flipping Legion landing, unfortunately. So, ticking up. I'm going to take the opportunity. No, I think I hold off on Necrotic Wound. Because if we do get that land, whatever I use this wound on is going to die anyway. And it's not going to stop Whatley from being at ultimate range. Swinging in with a couple. Okay. Do we block? It's all about the Trampler, I think, at this point, so... I mean, just fill up the graveyard and make sure our Trampler's ready to go. If we get this finality, like, we're keeping just Charnel Troll anyway. Let's get rid of Glowspore Shaman. It's a Wild Growth Walker. So, Necrotic Wounds, Healer's Hawk. They can block all of the damage with everything here. If they want, but we'll be swinging in with Jade Light. I want to mess up their math a bit, so I could discard Wild Growth Walker as well. I think I get rid of the lifelink. This might encourage them to go for a march. If that's the last card in hand, they can convoke green for the green mana. And then they have the white on the Andanto here as well. So they're letting that go. I'm going to swing with both. And let's see how they block. If they block just enough to go to 1, we discard the Walker and we win. So they block there. No, change their mind. It's all going to come down to whether or not they think we have a creature in our hand, I think. So they're taking 5. Taking 4 but gaining 1. Does that work out? They go up to 5. They take 4, 5. Yeah, I think this is lethal. It's certainly a wonderful little bit of cleanup anyway, even if it isn't somehow. That indestructible card doesn't change anything. They could have March, but they can't block anymore. Sheltering Light, okay. So Thorn Lieutenant's indestructible. Sure. Well, we're going to take out the token anyway. And yeah, Exaxes. Sweet. Charnel Troll, coming through. Chew, chew. Okay. What changes? On the draw as well. Does anything get worse on the draw? I really like Necrotic Wounds. They did some superb work there. We could maybe go down an Assassin's Trophy, go up some Duresses, just be a bit proactive with our stuff. You know, instead of the Whatley coming down and actually providing a bit of an annoyance, we'll just get rid of her right away. I don't know. I like my start, though. I kind of want to work towards that. I think this is fine. I think this is just okay. Let's go for it. Okay, if we had green mana, I'd be all over this hand actually, but we just don't, so I'm going to have to mulligan it. Overgrown Tomb and a 2-drop on the play. Why did he let us go on the play? I don't know why people do that. They're odd. I think I can take it on the strength of Assassin's Trophy cleaning a few things up. We just need a land off the top. We got no turn 1 play anyway, so we can tap this Overgrown Tomb. Just need a land on the top. Any colour's fine. I guess green is preferable, because we need the double green for Jade Light Ranger, funnily enough. Oh dear. This could be the mana screw out of the game. We'll have to see. Healer's Hawk. Oh, thank Christ for that. Woodland Cemetery. Branchwalker is going to, I think, dump into the graveyard. So we kind of could do with a land. We can finality, I'll find it later. And also this Necrotic Wound is useful against this Healer's Hawk. Dawn of Hope. Ugh. Gotta work fast. Alright. Walker's not too bad, actually. So, I think I'm just going to swing for 3 here. And I'm just wondering whether or not I take down a Healer's Hawk. Because what he'll do is he'll play a land and maybe draw a card, and that kind of card advantage is not nice. We can also just, like, Necrotic Wound on the weight. I don't want to give him lands this early on, so taking down the Dawn of Hope here is not really something I have in mind. We can take it out when it becomes a big problem. But yeah, if he goes land attack, then I think I'll wound the Hawk, so he can't draw a card off of it. Let's tap land. Yeah, I think he's just going to go for a swing and then try to draw here. I want to take that option away from him. Get rid of that. Oh, it's the beautiful pass. That is perfect. Okay, so swing for 3. We get to Wild Growth Walker. And we can take care of any 1/1 lifelinkers at this point, but I'm probably just going to attack through them anyway. Might see Huatley. It is around the right time, but it looks like he's actually just going to Dawn of Hope token. No, Night of Autumn. Okay. Let's see which way he swings it. Doesn't really matter for us, but we'll see in response to the trigger. If it's counters, we'll Necrotic Wound. If it's life, I think we'll let it go. I'm not sure on that one, actually. It's the counters. Okay, so let's get the best value Necrotic Wound can get right now. Send you to the Shadow Realm. Glowspore Shaman. I don't know how I feel about Glowspore. I think it's fine. It's going to fill up the graveyard a bit, and then we can maybe take a land off the top and be fine with that, because the fine finality will get us a Branchwalker. It's a Memorial to Folly that could get us a Charnel Troll. I think I'd take my chances with a land off the top, to be honest. Yeah. So the problem is that's a tap land, and if I went for the find, I've only got 1 mana, so I can't play Charnel Troll and I can't play Branchwalker. So if I get a land, then at least I can find, get both back, and then grab myself the Branchwalker play. And there's the land. So we could hit for 7 by Assassin's Trophying the token, or I could just swing through. Oh, this one's a tough one. I could swing through with just the Walker and the Branchwalker off of the fine finality, which will have pumped the Walker a bit. That's a tough one. I think it's fine to find here. There's even a Stitcher supplier in there. I'm taking the Branchwalker. I think I can take the Charnel Troll. We still have, like, one creature in there, but I don't think that's really a problem. Because Branchwalker can hit here. It can shove something into the graveyard if we want it to be there. Pelt Collector, like, I think that's too slow of a creature, so I think it's better as Charnel Troll food. And then I think it's Swing. We could get in 5 by trading the Shaman with a Lifelinker, though. It'd be 4 total. Whereas this is likely to be, like, 1 damage. Yeah, I think I'm fine even trading off the Shaman. I've got to pressure my opponent here. Make the most of this really slow start that they had. Okay. So they're down to 7. Can they do anything better than a Dawn of Hope? Because if they go Dawn of Hope token and do nothing else, I can Assassin's Trophy the token, and that is it. Wow. Wow, I did not think Game 3 was going to go that way, but I think our opponent had probably a worse hand than we did in the end. Yeah, I'm not sure how well we fare against that matchup. We really, like, I think our game plan is revolves around, playing Finality with a huge Channel Troll in play, which is not unheard of. It's happened a fair few times, actually, that I've played against this deck. But yeah, that was a really good match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then be sure to like, subscribe, check out the deck tech if you want to build it yourself. It's not the most overpowered deck in the world, but I think it's a ton of fun, and a different look at Golgari that I don't think many people are looking at these days. It's usually just mid-range, and that's all that comes out of Golgari, so I wanted to spice things up a bit, and I hope you guys enjoyed what I came up with. So anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. Helps out the channel a great deal. And other than that, I'll see you all back again tomorrow for some more Channel Rage. See you soon, guys.